Hey, Danielson.
What's up, man?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm sure there are people out there who are watching our map page on our website and wondering why we either go in circles, right, or why we don't take the most efficient route. So it's probably worth us sharing how we navigate, right?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so first we start off in Amsterdam, or in Holland at least. We got this map. It's a great map. It's fairly small. And let me just give you a peek of the inside. What's a page that we've used before? There's like this one. So here's part of Europe. Now, as you might be able to see, or maybe you can't, these roads don't have names. They just show that they're there. So what becomes a problem is we don't know what roads to take to the places we're supposed to be going. So, like for example, in the past we were going through Germany. We had to get from Holland to Czech Republic. Is that where we went?
Yep.
So, it's going to take me a second. Can you find this one? Okay. Oh, here we go. So, what we end up doing is we look at the road signs, and it says this city is in the next couple hundred miles or whatever it is. And we look on the map and we say, oh, that's the direction we want to go in. So what we do is we look at where we are and where we know we are, and we just head in the direction of a city. And once we get close to that city, we just look for the next city in the path that we're trying to take. So we don't really plot our path, we really just go in a direction and hope that it takes us there. Most of the time it works out pretty well, but as you might be able to look at our interactive map, sometimes we do go in circles, sometimes we have to backtrack, we go the wrong way, but it's been fairly efficient considering. Another tool we've been using is a compass. We've been using this. We also have another compass thanks to Mrs. Luttrell, or the Luttrell family. Both of them work great. We just head in a direction, use this compass. It helps us make sure we are going according to the map, because like I said, we can't tell if we're on the right road. We just know we're going in a direction.
Yeah, so we know that we're on a big road going northeast.
Exactly.
And as long as we're on a big road going northeast, hopefully we're on the right road.
Then it must be this road.
Yeah.
One other tool we've been using is the sun, which we know it rises in the east and sets in the west, so that has helped us in the past get directions. And another thing is when we're calculating distances. For example, I spent today having a look at our next destination and trying to calculate how long it's going to take us, how many days, how many miles, how can we break it down. So if you see here, this map has a scale, and it differs per page, but for example, this page is 100 miles is this distance. Well, having a ruler to do that works fine, but when you have a road that isn't straight, you have to come up with creative ways of figuring out distances. So what we do is, to become a little bit more accurate than just a ruler, is we use headphones. And what we do here is we take the end of the headphones and we place it on our starting location. Say, for example, we're starting at Dortmund, and we start feeding it down around the path that we want to take, and maybe we want to get to Leinefeld. And we take that distance, and we measure it up against here, and we say, oh, it's over 100 miles, and then maybe we add a little bit more, and it's like, oh, okay, that's 200 miles. That's how we figure out distances. So, map that we can't... Oh, let me backtrack. This map is in Dutch. It's not even in English. And what makes that even crazier is when you get to these countries, for example, we went through the Czech Republic, and we're looking on the map, and it says, oh, it's called this. Well, on the sign, it's not really called that, because they spell it different in the Czech Republic, because they speak a different language. So what we have to do when we're using this map is look at the map, figure out what the country says in Dutch, then look at the sign and figure out what it says in that language, and then translate that to English and hope that we're going in the right direction.
Cool. So, as a quick recap, I guess a couple of things. Excellent job by Navigator Dan, and conversely, we all act as navigators when the trip's going on. But we have a little itty-bitty map that's not in our language, shows no road names, and we can barely read. We have no way of telling complete distances other than headphone cords, and we use a compass because we're not always sure if we're on the right road. So it's not surprising we often miss exits or roads and find our way. But at the same time, it's been amazingly cool because we've ended up some places that we didn't expect to. A couple examples are we were late getting to Auschwitz, and as a result we met some really, really cool people there who just happened to be there right as we were pulling in. And we saw this really, really cool World War II monument that we climbed out in Lithuania. Well, we didn't realize we were lost at that point in time, but we were lost at that point in time. So it's all for the better, and it drives this one right there a little bit crazy.
Sometimes you have to be lost to be found.